What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new YouTube video. Today, you see the title right. We're going to be talking about what I learned after uploading 5,000 plus designs to Redbubble. Now, something I want to be clear on and something that I want to state, the 5,000 plus designs are broken up into many stores. If you're a new viewer to the channel and you're not familiar how my system goes with Redbubble, I do things a little bit differently. It's not all in one store. I actually have multiple stores for multiple various reasons. I actually made a whole entire video on that. So if you're interested in that video, I will leave that video in the link in the description. But the strategy that I have is creating 60 designs per day on per store per month. So what I do is actually, let's say on January, I focus on just one store. I create 60 designs per day on that store, and then once February hits, I move on to a new store. And once a new month hits, I move on to another one. And once a new month hits, I move on to another one, so on and so forth. And I do 60 designs per day, and I have been doing this for months now. I've had no issues, no problems, nothing like that. So today I'll be talking about everything that I learned when I have gotten to the 5,000 design point. Now, something I want to say is I hit 5,000 designs a while back, like over a month ago. Honestly, I think over 3 months ago, but I haven't been counting, to be 100% honest with you. I've been extremely busy, and I have no time to go back in the accounts and search and log in and things like that. But we're probably close to over 8,000 by now. But anyways, who's counting? So let's go ahead and talk about 5,000 designs. What I actually learned. The first thing that I learned is that the more designs you create, especially past 5,000, you get more of an understanding about what's going to actually sell and what's not. And it's kind of like your own AI, it's like your own intelligence system. The more designs you create, and by the way, like I said, this is not one of the stores. This is just purely a demo store that I used 3 months back to just show how many sales we can create in like a single month and things like that. I remember this store, the very first month with almost no traffic from Redbubble, we sold about, I don't remember how many units, but we sold, I could be wrong, maybe over 30 or maybe right under 30. I don't remember the exact numbers. I think like within 15 days or halfway into the month, we got almost 18 sales or something like that. In the first 2 hours, I actually put out a video on this specific store, but in the first 2 hours first 18 hours, we got a sale. Like, I remember this exact store, and then within the first week, we got like 7-8 sales. So if you guys want to see here, the dashboard, 235 products sold on this store so far. And it's about, I think I created this a day before December of last year. So we're looking at 3 months, I think, like that. I haven't worked on it since, as you could see. It's not a store that I have abandoned or neglected by any means. I actually want to go back and build this store. But this was the demo store. This was the store that I created to show publicly how to do marketing for your Redbubble store, how to create certain designs, how to do, tag research, how to do certain things, right? And I put that all in the course as well. So if you guys are familiar with the course, which some of you guys are, if you're consistent watchers of my channel, I pretty much mention the course every single time. Autopilotpassiveincome.com. We have the Redbubble Tag Course, the design course, etc. But here, I'm not here to sell you on the course. I'm here to explain, about 5,000 plus designs, what I actually learned. So, like I said, after the first 5,000 designs, your barometer of understanding of what actually sells increases dramatically, and I'll explain what I mean by that. With Redbubble specifically, guys, I took the approach to where I would create, and I would have a certain way that I would be doing research for certain products, and I've shared how that was in the tagging course. And once again, this is not, a marketing video for me to, talk about my course, but I'm just explaining that I have a certain way of researching and then I have a certain way of designing, okay? I kept that the same throughout. And for those who got the courses, they know what I'm talking about. I kept that the same way throughout. And for my system, I don't really do too much research. I only do research on the topic that I'm going to work on. And as long as I have the topic and I know that there's consumers in that industry or in that niche or in that market, then I know that it's a group that I can target. And what I do is when I create my 60 designs per day, I'm constantly working on those designs, and I understand what kind of tags are in that niche. That's why I go after certain categories every single day. And after I create those specific designs, guys, when you do this every single day, every single day, every single day, in the beginning, you're just not sure what's actually going to sell, right? But over time, there's certain products that do sell, and it kind of I don't want to say confirms, but it does validate your thinking, your line of thinking. And I remember every single design that I create, I do have an individual line of thinking. It's not a process that I go through. It's just a system that I go through. It's just normal for me. Like for example, when I created this design, I thought, okay, let me put the roses, let me do that. I had a certain line of thinking. This product here, I think I got like 8 sales on this so far. But there's different ways of thinking for certain things. Like this product here, this one. I think when we found out about the trend and I made the trend video on it, we got like 12 sales on this. So there's different, or maybe not 12 sales. Am I mixing it up with another product? Maybe I got 4 sales on this. I'm not sure. Anyways, that's not the point. The point here is that when you create certain designs, you get certain ideas that validate your thinking, right? And those ideas that are validated through the actual sales. And I say, oh, okay, so it doesn't have to be this complicated, or it doesn't have to be, this advanced. It could be as basic as this, and I get a sale for this, X, Y, and Z. When I say this, I mean a certain design that I'm creating. And I know it's kind of hard to explain, but it's really an abstract concept. Unless you've designed a certain amount of designs, you're going to know what I'm talking about. It's essentially, the best way I could say it is, you get the hang of it. You get the hang of understanding what's actually going to sell, what's likely to sell in your market. And the thing with Redbubble is, I actually advise people to take a niche approach to their designing. So, for example, if this is your dragon shirt or dragon example, I recommend that all of your store has to be kind of similar to this. So in this case, this person is doing exactly that. It's all dragon related content, which in my opinion is the best approach by far. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, I know I've recommended this before, but when consumers come to your store, they're going to see other products, they're going to be interested in other products, etc., and it helps average order value. That's great. But I'm actually talking about a completely different topic, which is, it's your understanding that's going to increase. Your ability is going to increase. When you create a design over and over and over and over into the same niche, you're going to understand, okay, what are the valuable tags that I can use? How do I tag properly for this specific niche? What are the open market tags? When I say open market tags, what are the tags that you could find that people really just aren't targeting as much? Or what tags work for you the best? What tags work for the consumer the best? Remember that I always say there has to be a consumer value exchange. And in the consumer value exchange, there's a match between you, the consumer, and the buyer. And the match is the product that you're offering to the desire that they have. So if I'm a consumer and I'm looking for a cute dragon picture, and I see, for example, something like this, for me that's a match, because I think it looks good. The consumer put it out, and I will trade my money, my income, for this design. Does that make sense? So just understanding that each consumer is truly a human being, and they actually have a genuine desire to purchase a product, is a huge concept. And this is foreign to many people, not based on their understanding, but based on their behavior. And I always say, guys, let your behavior match your understanding, meaning that consumers are not going to buy something that looks unattractive. So why would you put something that's unattractive out, right? Something that I also learned and actually amazed me after I created more than 5,000 designs on Redbubble is that simplicity does win on Redbubble. It doesn't always have to be complicated. It doesn't always have to be the most artistic piece, but you can win doing other things on Redbubble. A lot of people say, if you're not an artist, you can't be on Redbubble. That's actually not true at all. I'm not an artist. I don't draw. And yet I get sales all the time. In fact, today is March 2nd. Just to double check on the calendar, today is March 2nd. We started our new store yesterday because it was the new month, and we already gotten 2 sales on that store. If you guys want me to feature that store later tonight and show the sales and show all that, I'm happy to do so. And if you really want to see that video, tune in tonight. And for those who are watching this sometime in the future, literally just go on my YouTube channel and look at all my videos and you'll find it, okay? Or just comment here in the comments after the day is over, and or maybe you're watching this a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. Just comment, hey, where do I find that video? And I'll send you the link. Okay. So but I will record that video tonight where I actually show the sales results on that account. We already got 2 sales on that account, and it's a brand new store. We started the store yesterday. There's more simple designs. I don't know if I'm going to show the actual designs, but I will definitely show you the stats, the sales statistics, etc. So I will be showing that. But like I said, it is a brand new store, and I think they were both. Were they sticker sales? I'm not sure. Or one was an iPhone case, or one was a sticker. I know that the first one was a sticker for sure. I'm just trying to remember if the second one was. But we'll figure that out later. It doesn't matter. But anyways, this is the brand new store that we're working on. Like I said, that brand new store has 115 designs so far. So I have 5 more to add to complete today's 60 designs per day. And, for me, 60 designs per day has become a holy grail. When I say that, I really, really mean that. Something that I learned during this 5,000 design period, where I created over 5,000 designs, is that sticking to a certain number every single day is not only going to keep you focused, but it's going to keep you committed. A lot of us lose commitment throughout the process. And a lot of people are, they want to understand what level of sales. Honestly, guys, I've been making more than 10 sales a day across all accounts with over 5,000 designs. And to me, it's completely worth it. I mean, some people will say, well, is it worth it? Sure. And the reason why I say that is because for me, I can create 60 designs in a half hour. I can do that within, it doesn't take much time at all. In fact, I actually revealed that in my print-on-demand design course for Redbubble specifically. And if you guys want to check this out, I'll leave the link in the comments below. The pinned comment, it will be there if you're interested. Another thing that I learned is that the value of tagging doesn't decrease by any means. In fact, it gets more and more important. A lot of people think that because your art is very, very good, that it will shine through. Unfortunately, that's not the case with this algorithm, with the Redbubble algorithm. People liken the Redbubble algorithm to other algorithms, and they say, well, on YouTube, if you have good content and you don't add any tags, you're still gonna your video is gonna go viral and it's gonna get a lot of views. And that's true for YouTube, but that's not true for Redbubble. If you don't add the proper tags to Redbubble, you won't make a single dime. It doesn't matter if you have the best design in the world. You won't make a single penny. And that's because the Redbubble algorithm, not solely, but mostly, we're talking about like 90% of a design's value comes in its tags. The tags control who it's being seen by. This is not only a rule, this is like it's not even my opinion. This is like pure fact. For example, I can take this design of a dragon and I call it cute tiger. And I could take this, even though it's not a tiger, and I could take it, and I could put the right words for tiger, and when somebody searches for tiger, it will be seen in the keyword tiger and never seen the word dragon. That's how Redbubble tagging works. Is it, messed up a little bit? Yeah, it could be messed up a little bit because there are tag spammers, there are people who are negative on the platform and all that, but I've endlessly gone on to prove how tag spammers do not, it's just not a skill that you should focus on. It's not something that's beneficial, and I promise you it will not make you more money. Sorry about that, but it doesn't really help your approach with the tag spamming. Another thing that I learned as well in terms of doing my 5,000 plus designs per day is I learned how to just understand that copycats are part of the game. Now, I didn't learn this topic until I actually shown my whatever you want to call it, my actual store here on the let's go ahead and I'll just show you guys my store on YouTube. It was fine the first, let's say, day that I posted it, but literally within a matter of a week we had about 9 copycats. And that really bothered me at first, and then 2 weeks later down the line we had like another 13 copycats. By then the copycats just kept coming up and up and up, and I stopped looking for them, to be 100% honest with you. At first I was kind of like neurotic about it and I was just always checking, but now I could care less. The reason why is because I've learned completely and fully that copycats exist because of the lack of their own skills. 100,000%. This might hurt some people's feelings. If you're a copycatter, then I mean, I'm sorry to say, but that's honestly the 100% given truth. If you're a designer on Redbubble, if you're a seller on Redbubble, and you blatantly copy somebody else's work, it's 100% because you do not have your own ability. That's really the concept. If you have copycatters, guys, who are copying your own work, I know it sucks. Just understand that, trust me, they're not making any more than you. Now, I know that's completely not always true. Like, there are some people who are copycatters and they take your work and then all of a sudden you start losing sales and they make sales. But I'll tell you this, all it takes is a second to report them. In my case, I have not reported a single copycat on my stores or anything like that, is because I have no interest. I have zero interest in doing that. If I blatantly see a copy in terms of my designs or my work, I might one day if I have the time. I don't have the time currently, nor do I care. And on top of that, this is a demo store. So something that I shared was, I said, no, people won't copy it. People won't copy the work. Turns out people did copy the work, which it is what it is, like I said. But don't get down, don't get demotivated, and don't hate the platform for the copycats. You gotta understand that this platform is busy serving over 900,000 at this point plus sellers. I used to say 800,000, but now it's over 900,000. There's over 30 something million. I can't remember how many. Let's go ahead and see here how many million designs. 35.4 million designs on the platform. Okay? People are going to get copycatted. I mean, it's just the reality of life. There's nothing really we can do. There's nothing we can say. The only thing we can do is report and try our best. But don't give up on Redbubble because of the copycatters. I've seen this so many times where people will just quit and they'll just stop and they'll say, Redbubble is a terrible platform, too many copycatters. I get it, they exist. But does that mean you should quit because other people are copying your work? No, you shouldn't. And that's another thing is that, and this is another thing that I learned is that Redbubble is all about business. It's not an artist platform. It's not a platform for you to relax and have fun. Excuse me, I take that back. You can relax and you can have fun. But if you're getting into Redbubble for the business side, then treat it like a business. And that's exactly what I do. Now, I come from a business side. When I say I come from, it's not like my family is business oriented. I'm talking about me personally in terms of my history. When I started my first business, my first company, it was a white label company. And when I say white label, we would buy products overseas. We're talking about sportswear, hoodies, leggings, things like that. We would customize them and sell them here in the United States. And we actually shipped all over, but I come from a business standpoint. I don't look at Redbubble like being an artist and it's a great opportunity for artists. In fact, I think it's the opposite. If you're an artist, you're going to struggle on Redbubble. And this is the sad reality. And you might say, how? How can you struggle on Redbubble? This is designed for artists. No, that's what it's marketed to be. Redbubble is marketed to be for artists. The reality is if you are an artist, you're probably going to struggle because you have analysis paralysis. You have this idea that things have to be perfect and this whole approach. And I get it. I completely understand. But the reality is Redbubble works off of scale, meaning if you want to be successful on Redbubble, the biggest thing that's going to lead to your success is, number one, understanding the mechanics of the platform, meaning how to properly tag, how to properly title your products. What is the purpose of properly titling? What is the purpose of tagging? And then lastly, the design. And not one is not more important than the other. In fact, they all need each other to succeed. But when it comes down to, if you're an artist, you're going to sit there and work on one design for hours. And that's not realistic if you want to really gain success on Redbubble. I mean, if you look at the majority of the successful people on Redbubble, they're the ones with lots and lots of work, lots and lots of designs. They're typically not the quote-unquote fan artists. Those fan artists are like 0.00001% of the platform, where they can get away with having 100 designs on their platform and they make all the money they want. But that's not the case with us. The reality is if you're a regular artist, and there's no barometer on art, because I might look at a piece of art and I might say that's garbage. Somebody else might look at it and say that is the most beautiful thing. Like, for example, look at this design of the skull with the not skull, what is this, a skeleton with flowers on it. To me, I don't find this attractive, but clearly it's very, very attractive because it's the second best design in the relevancy, most relevant for Redbubble. Okay, so opinions differ, but what I will say is that it is not, and I repeat, it is not a platform for creatives. It's a platform for business. You treat it as a business first, you're gonna make more money. If you sit there and you create a design for hours and hours and hours, you're only creating one design. There's not much you can do with that. But if you create thousands and thousands and thousands of designs, you can do that. And once again, if you have trouble with designing, I've shared this in the course. I've created over 60 designs in 30 minutes. And without doing the niche research as well. I had a comment before. Somebody commented and said, how on earth do you create 60 designs, plus you do the niche research, plus you title, plus you tag? I go over all of that, literally all of that, in the design course. So obviously I'm not going to share that here, but I've done all of it, and I've shown how to do all of it in the course. And I actually simplify this process, because the reality is majority of people quit and they give up on Redbubble because they're not getting sales fast enough. Well, if you reverse engineer the process and you look at what they're actually doing, they're not creating designs. And why aren't they creating designs? Because it takes them too long to create designs. So it creates this cyclical effect of failure, right? I can't create designs, therefore I can't make enough sales, therefore I just quit. That's not, logical thinking. The logical thinking is the reverse, which is we have to say, okay, if I can't create designs fast enough, how can I? What can I do to do so? And you have to kind of go about that way. Now, do I recommend this for everybody? The answer is no. Not everybody is going to be successful on Redbubble, and that's just the reality of it, and that's the nature of it. In fact, something that I learned was majority of people on Redbubble do not make any money. In fact, 80% of the sellers don't make any sales. But if we actually look at those 80%, we actually look at the number of designs they have, and majority have 30 or less designs. I always say, before you complain about having no sales, do you have more than 300 designs? That's the question. If you have no sales, do you have more than 300 designs? That's what I'm asking you. So if anybody says to me, hey, oh my God, I have no sales, I'm going to say, do you have more than 300 designs? I don't care how long you've been on the platform. Being on the platform is irrelevant. How long you've been on the platform is irrelevant. I'm asking you, how many designs do you have? Do you have over 300? If you have over 300 and you have not gotten a single sale, then there's something drastically wrong with your process, whether it be the way you're tagging, the way you're titling, which, by the way, we do have a titling and tagging course. It's called the Redbubble Tag Course. And yes, it's a plug. I mean, I'm happy to show off the course. The course has impacted lots of people, and it's changed lots of people's lives. And frankly, it's generated a lot of sales for the people. I've had many reports of people saying, hey, would this, I think just the other day, I can't remember who it was, but some girl in the comments, and I hate to say some girl, I don't mean to be disrespectful, she went from 8,000 to 15,000 in sales through a period of a few months or whatever. Meanwhile, she was deciding to quit when she had the 8,000 in sales because the sales weren't coming fast enough. I don't remember who said this, but I'll find the screenshot, I'll post it on the website. But the tagging course doesn't just go over tagging. The tagging course really covers the premise of Redbubble. So there are two search algorithms, guys, with Redbubble, which essentially means that there's two ways that people find your products, and you need people to find your products in order for you to get sales. The first one is the Google algorithm. So when I say Google algorithm, we're talking about the Google search engine, google.com, right? When somebody goes to google.com and searches for something, you want your product to pop up, okay? We go over that. The second search algorithm is the Redbubble search algorithm, which is this section right here, okay? When somebody searches for something, you need your product to pop up as well. The key and the secret to me getting sales the first day that I sell a product, which I will show, like I said, in tonight's video, the way that I do that is literally by optimizing for the Redbubble search algorithm, through my tags, I'm not going to go deep into it. I'm not going to describe it because it's all in the course, like I said. And if you ask me about how do I tag certain things, unfortunately, I'm not going to answer unless it's related to, if you're a consumer of the course, if you're a customer of the course, then I'll be happy to answer in the emails. But publicly, I won't answer things like that because that's strictly related to the course, and I'm not going to put out any course content out here publicly. That's just the reality of it. If you want to see exactly what's in the course, every single video topic is listed here. Okay, so it's not like you're getting something that you don't know what you're buying. Everything is shown. Okay. Now, in terms of the tagging and the titling, yes, there's approach, etc. But like I said, I'll show a video later tonight, of not exactly, but I can't show the design, obviously. I'm not going to do that to myself again and open myself up to all the copycatters and all this. But this new store that I'm working on, so far we have, I think, 115 designs so far out of 120. So I have, like I said, about 5 more designs for the day, and that will be today's workload completed. But the 60 designs that I created yesterday, I woke up to 2 sales. So I got 2 emails from Redbubble on that brand new account saying, "Hey, you got a sale. Hey, you got a sale on 2 different products." So I'll share that. I'll share what that is. And I'll share, like I said, the approach. And for this, it wasn't the Instagram because I didn't even create the Instagram accounts for them yet. I didn't even get the time to do that yet. It's been 2 days, and you guys know I'm sure there are some people who are watching this video and they have no idea what I'm talking about when I talk about Instagram. I've made videos about this before, and this is why I actually have this link up. I've made videos about this before, but we use Instagram automation to help us grow our accounts. So if you're not familiar, you could go ahead and click on this link right here for this YouTube video. And honestly, guys, no, I will not leave it in the description. I'll leave the tool links in the description, but I'm not going to leave the video link in the description. You guys could go ahead and click it and watch it and do all that, because honestly, I've done this about 1,000 times where I explain the whole process. And it's not that I am angry or anything. It's just that the more you talk about it, the more you lose a little piece of your mind every single time. But essentially, the way it works is we use Instagram automation, which are Instagram bots, Instagram tools, to grow our Instagram following. This is growth on command. If I was to post a post on Instagram and put hashtags, I would have to wait a year before I would get 500 followers. And that's the reality. That's the way the algorithm works now for 90% of the people. Of course, you might be that one person where you post something and all of a sudden you get 1,000 followers after the course of a month. For me, that's not the case, okay? In fact, the majority of people, you're probably not going to go viral ever. The reality is that it's very, very rare to go viral, and so what we do is we command growth by using Instagram automation tools, which I've spoken about before, and I'm not going to keep going over it and over it and over it. I already said this many times, but I didn't even use that yet. So those sales were not from Instagram automation. They're purely from tagging strategy with the Redbubble search algorithm, which, like I said, I go over in the course. So these sales are not new. There's nothing new about this. Yeah. And that's essentially what I learned in the 5,000. Like I said, we're way past 5,000, but I figured I'd put this video out just so I can share kind of the harsh reality, the harsh truths behind Redbubble. A lot of people are going to listen to this, and they're going to, they might ask themselves, well, how long does it take for me to make a full-time income? For most people, it's going to take many years, but I've shared a formula, I've shared a strategy to how you could do it within a year. Is it going to be easy? Absolutely not. Is it going to be a walk in the park? Absolutely not. Is it going to be fun? Maybe in the beginning. But I'll say this. If you want something worthwhile, you have to actually earn it. And I know this is harsh. I know this is against what the world is telling us today. I know that the common day formula is, get rich quick and all this, but I could tell you Redbubble is not get rich quick. In fact, it is the furthest thing from get rich quick. You're not going to get rich quick. You're going to work a lot and you're not going to make as much money, but I don't want to say it's a guarantee because a lot of people, they can't even get that, but if you do enough work, it is a guarantee. if you do enough work. The reality is majority of people don't do enough work. Like I said, there was somebody in the video yesterday in the comments, and I've spoken about this. They've given up after 14 designs. Now, luckily, a blessing from God, they've gotten their sale after they've given up on 14 designs. If you give up after 14 designs, guys, I'm telling you, you could just pack it in. Don't even get started with Redbubble. It is going to take effort. It is going to take work. If you think that you're going to just make money after a sale, after creating 10 designs, 5 designs, 100 designs even, all I'm going to tell you is it's possible, but we don't go for what's possible, we go for what's probable, which is why I say create 60 designs every day. The reality is a majority of people who are watching this, I get so many messages, guys, unbelievable amounts, where people say, hey, I have, 385 designs, I have 2 sales, what's going on? I always give it to them from a calculation perspective, and I say, okay, you have 385 designs, okay? You've been on Redbubble for 2 years, and you have 385 designs. In a real world, 385 divided by 60, you could have done all 385 of those designs in 6.4 days. So you did 6 days of work, and you're complaining about 2 sales. The reality is that you need to do more. You need to do more, you need to do more, you need to do more. And the reason why I say you need to do more is not because of just having just sheer mass of designs, which does help, by the way. But like I said, it goes back to that first thing that I learned, which is just understanding what sells on the platform. Like, you're not going to get it after 300 designs. You're not going to get it after 3,000. You're going to get it more, honestly, a little past 5,000. I've only started to get it past 5,000 where I could create a design, I could look at it, and I could say, okay, this design is going to get a sale in about 2 weeks. This design is going to get a sale in about 2 days. This design is going to get a sale in about 4 days, 5 days. And if it doesn't, I go back and I see what's going on. But usually, not usually, I would say about 50% of the time I'm true with what I'm saying. So, for example, the design that I created yesterday on the 1st, I created these designs at night. Not last night, but at night. When I created these designs, actually, was it last night? Yes, it was last night because it's the 1st. And this is what I'm saying is I'm super tired, but it is what it is. My mental is breaking down. But I created those designs last night, okay? Which is at night, same thing, whatever. I woke up to those 2 sales. I had a feeling that one of them was going to sell very quickly. Did I know what day exactly? Not exactly, but I had a feeling that one of them was going to sell very, very quickly. Turns out that both of them sold, and they sold while I was sleeping, right? So I woke up to some quote-unquote passive income. Now, was it a lot of income? No, it wasn't a lot. I think they were both stickers. I could be wrong. Like I said, one of them might have been a phone case, or maybe that was the default product view that was a phone case. For some reason, I'm remembering it as a phone case, but I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that they were both stickers, okay? With that being said, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I have complete understanding that if you're in Redbubble, you're in it for a long time game. So if you're gonna decide to get into Redbubble, don't do it if you think that you're gonna get rich quick. I promise you, this is not get rich quick. Despite the videos that you might have seen, despite the ideas that you might have seen, despite everything. Do not get in it to get rich quick. I'm telling you, it is the worst decision you're going to make because you're going to be angry, you're going to be frustrated, and you're going to think it's a scam, which, by the way, it's not. Scamming culture, we have to put scamming culture to an end. There's a group of people who call everything a scam. They say Redbubble's a scam, ClickBank's a scam, affiliate marketing is a scam, everything's a scam. We have to stop all that. I mean, hopefully that's going to come to an end soon, but the reality is Redbubble's not a scam. But people think it's a scam because they come in with the wrong intentions. And if you have the intention to get rich quick, you're not going to make a single dime because you're going to give up. You're going to create 5 designs and you're going to say, why am I doing this? And you're going to leave. And like I said, that person yesterday was blessed by God himself that he got a sale after creating 14 designs. And I say always mathematically, you have 14 designs. How many designs are there on the platform? There's 35.4 million designs. What is the fraction that 14 out of 35.4 million? What is the chance that somebody would pick your design? What makes your design so special? The answer is nothing. And so that's why I say, what other entity other than God would bless you with a sale with only 14 designs? You get what I'm trying to say, guys? Hopefully you guys can understand. And this number could apply to literally anything else. If you have 300 designs, if you have 200 designs, if you have 400 designs in a matter of a year, ask yourself this. If not by God, then who else? Who else would bless me with this sale out of 35 million different other designs? And I only have 300, or I only have 100, or whatever the number it is. And it's not to be a religious thing, but this is really meant to just understand probability. It is so not probable for you to get a sale, honestly, on Redbubble. It's not probable. That's why I say scale matters. And the reality is it's going to take mental toughness. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take the push that you need, but a lot of people don't have that ability. So I feel like I've been talking enough for this video, and I'll just leave it where it may. All right? I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Bye.